Hello, everybody on the line. Thanks for joining. We will get started here in another minute. We just want to give a few people a few more minutes to join the call, and we'll jump right into it. Thank you for your patience. All right, everybody. Well, it is 10 a.m., and I don't want to waste any of your precious time, so we're going to go ahead and get started. First off, I'd like to say welcome to everyone. Thank you very, very much for your time today. And today, of course, we're going to be reviewing the upcoming Window 1 promotion of our featured salted caramel topping. In the room with me today, I have, I myself, this is Clint Donahue. Many of you know me. I'm the one of the managers here for operations support in the non-traditional sector of Cinnabon. In the room with me today, I have Ina Severovich. She's going to be helping me go over our new Voice of the Guest program towards the end of the webinar. And also for the Q&A session at the end, we have our new marketing director, Megan Green, joining us. We also have our marketing manager, Lucy Wayan, here in the room today, and our director of training and operations services, Paul Craythorne. So again, thank you from all of us to you for joining. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. So in front of you, that's the agenda that we're going over today. Of course, everything about the promotion from key dates, marketing, training and ops, ordering, and like I stated before, Ina will be taking us through the new Voice of the Guest program towards the end of the webinar. And then, of course, we'll unmute all the lines at the end to open up the Q&A session. So currently you are all muted, but please save all your questions for the end and we'll gladly take them. Before we jump into the promotion, I just wanted to give a quick recap on our Bond Bites promotion. Bond Bites were one of the most successful launches we have ever had with the Cinnabon brand. Even since launching this product a few months ago, we are still averaging about 9 to 15% of our sales mix for non-traditional and traditional locations. With that being said, we are going to be moving forward with these items as a permanent menu addition. And this being one of the most successful launches, I do want to give props to you. Of course, we can create all the marketing materials, training and ops plans that are possible with any promotion, but without your boots on the ground, we can't do any of the execution side. So this product would not have been successful without all of you on the line. So I just wanted to take a moment and thank each and every one of you for your time, your training, and your dedication to making that last promotion a successful launch for our brand. So jumping right into it, of course, the promotion is our salted caramel topping. And the promotion is going to start March 6th and go through April 30th. Your POP kits should be arriving anywhere between February 27th and March 3rd. And we will be auto shipping one product, the salted toffee topping, and that's going to be arriving from your truck order with your regular scheduled truck order between the dates of February 20th and March 1st. So those are the key dates to keep in mind. So if you have not received either your POP kit by March 3rd or your auto shipment by March 1st, please contact us immediately. And we have our key contacts listed at the bottom of the page here. So Lucy will gladly help you out with any marketing needs you may have. And myself, I'm here for you, any questions. And of course, you always have your Cinnabon FBC to lean on as well. So no matter what question you have, if we don't have the answer, we will be sure to connect you with the right person that will get you that answer. Also, with the promotion starting on March 6th, the night of March 5th, you will take down all your current promotion and put up the new elements of your POP kit, which we will show you in a couple slides. Also, we don't want to wait to train our team members on the promotion till the morning of March 6th when we're supposed to be starting the promotion. So please be conscious of that and ensure that all team members are being trained March 1st to March 3rd on the new promotion. So we are ready to go and hit it hard on Monday, March 6th. And just a quick note, these toppings, they can be used on any of our baked products. So classic roll, center of the roll, mini Bond, and Bond Bites. Now, most of the brand managers on the line, as well as the franchisees, they should have received the breakdown in recipes as well as the suggested pricing and food costs. But the recommended pricing of this product is going to be 50 cents added onto any of the products you're topping it with. So pretty similar food costs, a little bit lower than the pecan bun, but pricing the same as your pecan bun is what we recommend. From a marketing standpoint, we want to show you what elements are going to be included in your kit. The top left corner, you will see the menu panels that we are featuring. You will notice that the Bond Bites are featured on one of the panels. So that's just to help us continue with the momentum and success we are seeing with that product. But then the other panel will, of course, feature the salted caramel. In the kit, you will be receiving new product tags for the promotion as well as some hero tags. And also, in the kits, we are sending out new tag holders because we know how quickly they tend to wear out after using them over a period of a year or so. So we're sending new tag holders as well as the tag holders that clip onto your pans in the kits. We will also be sending new product tags for all items featured on your hot plate. Also in the kit for this promotion, you'll be receiving a new banner stand, your hot plate cling, a window cling, and there are a few other elements that are not listed up here, but they are for the Voice of Guest program, which Ina will be covering in a later slide. The next page, we want to show you a quick glimpse of what your hot plate display setup will be. And just a few things to note here. On the left, it is for locations that still carry the sausage bites. On the right is for locations that do not carry sausage bites. One quick edit that you will see in your implementation guide on the top shelf, you will notice that your Makara cinnamon jars are featured there. In the implementation guide, the frosting pyramid will be on top. But of course, if you do have the Makara cinnamon jars, please feature them on the top shelf and just put your frosting cup pyramid up there as well. So those changes will be highlighted in the implementation guide we are sending out. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Your salted caramel hero plate will be featured on the ambient shelf in the middle, and then your hero pan on the hot plate will remain the same. Oh wait, go back real quick. One last thing I did want to mention. You will notice that the salted caramel center of the roll will be featured to sell off your hot plate, off your ambient shelf, and we will also be featuring 2 sleeves of salted caramel Bond Bites on your pan of 5 Bond Bites on the lower left-hand corner. And that's it for the display guidelines. From a training and operations standpoint, a few things we want to cover with you guys today. This promotion, it should be pretty easy operationally because we are only going to be using 2 new items. So one will be, of course, iodized salt, and the other one being a sea salt toffee topping. So the canister of iodized salt, that's actually going to come in your POP kit and not from your truck order. Since this only one canister should be enough to last the duration of the promotion, that's why we wanted to send it through the POP kit. And if you do happen to need additional salt, salt, believe it or not, is not very hard to find out there. And any regular iodized table salt can be found at your local grocer. They're usually 50 cents to $1 for a whole can of it. So just be wary of that. And the other item we will be sending to you is one 10-pound case of the sea salt toffee topping. So this will be auto-shipped, as mentioned before. This should also last the duration of the promotion, but if you need any additional topping, you can reorder it from your DC. And the manufacturing item is listed here on the screen. And as mentioned before, I sent out the recipe guidelines to some people on the line, the brand managers, as well as some of the franchisees. The estimated cost of goods on your toffee topping is about 15 cents a portion. So that's why we wanted to price this product the same as the pecan offerings. From a small ware standpoint, you should not need any additional small wares, which is why we're not sending any out or having you order any. You will be using a measuring spoon, so the teaspoon and the tablespoon, as well as the number 70 disher that we currently use for the center of the roll. You should have extras of these in your small wares kit at the bakery, but if for some reason you do need more, please order replacements from Losterstrom, and your item numbers are listed right there on the screen. They'll also be included in your implementation guide. From an operations perspective, there we go. You will be able to access all the training job aids that you need to get your team up to speed via PlayerLink or the grid. So the 5 training job aids that will be available to you will be, of course, the salted caramel recipe, as well as the toffee topping, the classic roll, center of the roll, bond bites, and mini bond job aids. So, and again, we just wanted to mention really quick, if you do need more information on the grid, how to access the grid or PlayerLink, we have updated those technology platforms recently. So if you have any questions at all, you can ask us during the Q&A session, or the best route to go will be inquire with your FBC. They have all the information you need to get you on board. But a few key items I did want to mention from an operations perspective. With this promotion, portioning is key. When it comes to salt, we want to be very, very wary that we are following the recipe exactly. We've all been cooking our favorite meal at home and possibly added a little salt, and we know what that does to the flavor profile. So please be aware of that when you're training your team. The other thing I wanted to mention was shelf life of the salted caramel will be the same as the caramel it is made from. The toffee topping actually has a shelf life of 65 days once it's opened, so it will be shelf stable for the duration of the promo. And for your par amounts, a good guideline to give your team members is when they open up the bakeries in the morning, you'll want to prepare 3 salted caramel center rolls, 2 salted caramel bond bites each morning, and put them on your on display. But if you find that the demand exceeds 3 of these in the first 4 hours of business, as always, you can make additional of these items and store them in your holding cabinet to quickly refill your display. So be sure also the toffee topping and the salted caramel topping, you'll want to store these in the same area as your pecan bun products so you can quickly top any items that the guest may order. But we do want to mention that you need to be aware of cross-contamination being close to pecans. So do not use the same measuring spoon for toffee that you will with pecans. All your small wares that touch pecans should have the yellow allergen awareness cling on it, or sticker. If you do not have the yellow stickers, please order them from Spring Lake immediately. So with that being said, of course, we'll take all the questions at the end that you might have from the previous information, but before we do that, I'm going to pass it over to Ina Severovich to cover off on details with our new Voice of the Guest program. Go ahead, Ina.
Thank you so much, Clint. I appreciate you. Today I'll be talking to you guys about our new Voice of the Guest program that we are launching. We did test this program with about 30 bakeries starting October 31st. So now we're ready to launch it system-wide. And what this program does is it gives an opportunity to a guest to fill out a survey to give you feedback on their experience in your bakery. And then each guest who completes the survey will be able to return to your bakery for a chance for a free product as a thank you for completing that survey. By implementing this Voice of the Guest program, you'll be able to receive real-time guest feedback. You'll be able to gain insights that help drive your bakery's performance and profitability. But most importantly, you'll be able to build a positive relationship with your guest. For the program overview, we are partnering with Market Force International. This is the company that we are using for mystery shops. It is launching along with the Window 1 LTO Salted Caramel on Monday, March 6th. The guests will receive instructions at the bottom of a receipt to take a survey, and that survey will be in the form of a questionnaire that will ask them questions along service experience, what they thought of the product quality, as well as the value that they paid, and then, of course, their likelihood to return and recommend your bakery. Our goal with the program is to get 15 responses per bakery per month. We know that this amount is sufficient to give us really great data that's statistically significant. The guests, once they receive those instructions, they'll be able to take the survey via their cell phone. They can do it via their phone by calling in and doing it through their touch tone phone and then leaving voice comments, or they can go online via laptop or desktop computer to complete that. Once they do complete the survey, they will receive a validation code to write on their original receipt, and that'll be the indicator that they can come back for a free promotional offer with that redemption. In terms of the program implementation, there is several things that are going to happen, and there's going to be two groups of bakeries and how we've broken out the program. The first group of bakeries, and those are the bakeries who will be able to program their point of sale system to print the offer at the bottom of the receipt. These bakeries, if you're running on Micros or Revel and are supported by the Focus Brands POS team, that will be done remotely. If you are running a Micros bakery, that will take a few additional steps from the franchisee or bakery manager and just reaching out to our IT team and setting up a call to finalize the programming. Micros will be automatic and will be programmed upon a system refresh. Any bakeries that are not supported by Focus Brands POS Help will just need to work with their franchisee or internal IT department to program their own receipts. And we are expecting that this is done by February 24th. So the second group of bakeries that has been identified is a group of bakeries that is not able to program their point of sale system. So these bakeries will not be printing the offer. However, these bakeries, including Mavericks, HMS Toast, and Pump and Pantries, things like that, these bakeries will be participating in the campaign, but only by using marketing POP materials that call out the Voice of Guest campaign, and of course, team member engagement. So the kits will arrive, I think that was the wrong date, right? The 27th. So all Voice of Guest materials in terms of marketing POP will come along with the Salted Caramel POP. And then all bakeries will just have to go to PlayerLink or the Grid to download the training guides. And we are encouraging everyone to do that well in advance of the March 6th launch. Then on March 6th, the first group of bakeries, those that are able to program their POS, they will just need to confirm that the offer is printing at the bottom of the receipt and that the bakery number is clearly visible. The second group of bakeries that is not programming their POS, you'll just need to make sure that your marketing elements are in place and that your team is comfortable with the program and ready to sell it to the guests. On this slide, you can see an example of a receipt from one of the test bakeries. Again, I've called out at the top, the bakery number must be clearly visible. That will be necessary for the guests to have when they go online to complete the survey. And then at the bottom, the offer must be clearly labeled, and then we are encouraging team members to highlight these offers. Okay, so in terms of marketing supporting POP, we are providing each bakery that is able to program its POS with team member apron buttons, a sticker, two highlighters that are branded in blue so that team members can circle the offer, and then there will be a POS reminder that faces the team members. And then the offer for these bakeries will be a free center of the roll with no purchase necessary. Again, the documents will be available on PlayerLink and the Grid, and they will include an I say, you say, just some phrases to help your team be more comfortable mentioning the survey to the guests. There will be a document on frequently asked questions and a marketing support how to, just so that you get the best use out of your marketing materials. Now, the group of bakeries that will not be able to program their point of sale system will still participate with the same offer, which is a free center of the roll with each survey that is submitted by the guest. However, they are getting a few extra marketing components. So as you see, the the team member apron button is included. The POS reminder is also included. So is the highlighter. But the two additional components are a counter card to call out to the guest that we are running a Voice of the Guest campaign, and then a bag stuffer that can be included with a receipt or anytime someone buys a pack at your location. And then again, for these bakeries, documents will be available on PlayerLink and the grid. Now, when a guest submits the survey and they come back to your bakery to claim that free center of the roll offer, they will have 30 days from the date of original purchase to do so. The guest has 7 days to respond to the survey. And then what you will see, or what your team members will see, is a validation code written on the receipt. And it will have 6 characters, numbers, and letters combined at first. And they will include the letter CIN, and that will indicate to you that it is a Cinnabon-specific validation code. The last 3 digits are the ones that you can hone in on as they mean something. The first number, and if you're looking at the screen, you see 445. That first number is indicative of what the guest scored you on overall satisfaction. The second number is the likelihood that the guest will recommend your bakery. And the last number will be the guest's likelihood to return to your bakery. And all of these have been proven to be correlated to brand loyalty. So once a guest or a team member has, claimed that receipt, the guest has gotten that free center of the roll, the team member would bring it into the point of sale system. If your bakery is running on Micros or Revel, those buttons will be automatically programmed. And if you're using an in-house point of sale system to program it, please consult your brand manager or franchisee on how to do that. In terms of accessing Voice of Guest results, if you're already using our Mystery Shop website through MarketForce, you're going to be able to easily just log in as you already do to get your mystery shops, but at the top on the navigation, what you'll see is My Surveys, and there's a snippet of that on our screen as well. So when you click on My Surveys, it will drop down and give you a slew of reports that you can download, as well as guest comments. And those comments can come both in text form if someone has typed them up, or if they called in via phone, it will be a voice file. For more information on notifications and other reporting capabilities, please go to PlayerLink and the grid for those user guides. Okay. All right, so in terms of our next steps, again, Micros and Revel users, we'll need to ensure that your receipts are ready and printing by the 24th. Micros users, you'll just look out for the email invitation from poshelp@cinnabon.com to call in and program your point of sale system. When you receive the POP kit, please review it and make sure that your team members are educated and aware and have the right training materials available to them to make a successful launch for this program. Again, as I've said, the documents, all training documents outside of what you'll see in the implementation guide will be available on PlayerLink and the grid. Look out for a folder called How We Wow, and you'll find new frequently asked questions and I Say, You Say, other documents included there. If you have any trouble with your point of sale system prior to March 6th, please reach out to poshelp@cinnabon.com or call 717-435-1666. If you are not programming your point of sale system, there's nothing more to do. Now, if you have any questions about the Voice of Guest program, please reach out to your FBC.
All right, thank you very much, Nina. With that being said, we want to be conscious of time, so any questions you all have, we will now unmute all the lines, correct? And, correct? Yes, so we will unmute the lines if you guys have any questions, but again, if you don't feel comfortable asking them on the webinar, you can always email them in or just contact myself or your FBC directly. Okay, we're trying to unmute the lines as of right now. and they should be unmuted. So fire away with any questions you might have. All right, we'll give it a few more seconds. All right, well, it sounds like we don't have any questions at this moment, but again, a lot of this information we're going to put on the grid player link,